What's good, y'all? We back at it if you're on a mission, bro. If y'all ain't seen my face in a minute, leave a like, subscribe, and comment if y'all new. But in today's video, I want to talk about the tranquility of raising your frequency. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a 5% chance of getting better. You know, and we know that living on the spiritual plane or physical plane also, and the mental plane, that when you're at a lower vibration, you attract lower frequencies. And you know, the same events, you know, you may have had or had. It's starting to rain, y'all, but I'm gonna do this video regardless. But with that being said, every day we have to either become 5% better or a percent greater than yesterday, which is obvious, it's cliche to say, but you have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You have to fight, because what the frequency does at a lower frequency is it causes more drama. You know what I'm saying? It takes you off of balance. And when you're trying to connect with the cosmos to get what you need, there's entities that try to force you to fall back down. You know what I'm saying? Don't come back to their level. And that's what I've been spiritually getting attacked with since the frequency has, not frequency, but the vibration of outside nature, just the atmosphere. Y'all been seeing a lot of things happen politically. It's a lot of imbalance going on, so that is affecting each and every one, because we're all. But that doesn't mean that means that there is a better, you know, level of high vibrational people and low vibrational people on this plane. So when you feel an uncomfortable discomfort with everything, such as me working a job, I just got a job, I had a circumstance come up and I had to take a break, but things like that is affecting you and affecting all. So just stay in peace is what is gonna balance you out. You feel me? And the only way to stay in peace is by loving yourself, being one with nature, loving people, loving the balance and tranquility of how you feel throughout any circumstance or situation that you're put through. So don't feel like since you fell down, you gotta stay down. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay down until you come up. Regardless, everybody had fell. You know, everyone fell in sin in this life. So these things is, nothing is good and nothing is bad. You know what I'm saying? It was meant to be. Think of it like that, because there's a duality of one and another thing. You know what I'm saying? The more we connect with just the in-between of the good and the bad within, you know what I'm saying, it processes the information much to cause you to have a higher frequency in order for you to surpass things that you want, that you already have in your mind on the mental and spiritual plane. But when you get it physically, the universe is preparing you for that, because you therefore will have more battles, you know what I'm saying, with the more things that you acquire in this universe and plane. A lot of people is not gonna like what you have, whether that's energy, whether that's money, whether that's love. Just there's gonna be entities in the spiritual plane, the physical plane, and the mental plane that is going to break you down and pick you back up, is the God within. So focusing on God is my true thing, and being distracted by work, being distracted by gaining money, gaining love from, you know, validation from others, you can't force that, you know what I'm saying? You just can't force things to happen unless you are mentally in that proposition to, you know, to live there, you know, live in that space. Such as, if you want to be a rapper, you gotta know what comes with being a rapper. You got scammers, you got people that's trying to clout chase, you got, you know, ops and shit like that. So yeah, man, it's just about living in the space that you want to be in. Right now, I want to be in peace. That's not so much to ask for. You know what I'm saying? Being at peace just means that whatever circumstance you're in, you're balanced enough to know that none of this shit is real. You're in a matrix of stimulation, and that external factors won't validate the ego no more. Like, it won't validate the spirit, you know. Makes you feel good, but it's just a dopamine hit. It's just something that won't last. Nothing will last outside of the internal and the soul and the spirit. And connecting with the cosmos and the divine, and balancing out, whether that's being masculine or feminine, feeling the balance of tranquility, of negative and positive. Because high vibrational people will tell you that they're the best, you know, and they're loving, and that doesn't mean they don't go through struggles and situations, and, you know what I'm saying? They're just meant to be for you to feel, whether that's high vibrational or low vibrational. When you're in a high vibration, certain things don't get to you, though, and that's the difference between the emotion that you put into things, whether that's yourself or external. So all low vibrational and high vibrational means is you knowing within, you know the truth, you know energy, you know what I'm saying, you know emotion, you know your reflection in the mirror, you know what God wants out of you, which is you, the creator, wants you to create, you know what I'm saying? So with creation, that doesn't mean you create negative things, negative events to your life. That means you came here to promote, you know, high vibration, you know, be that vibration, be that good person that 90 out of 10% is, you know what I'm saying? So it's about you stepping out your boundaries. You tired of living this repeated cycle that you just know isn't you know what I'm saying? Nothing in this physical has gave you the love and the happiness as within, because within is always there. Without within, you wouldn't be here. So that's the bar. Write that down. Frequencies is all about detaching yourself from whether that's a work, a friendship, a relationship, you know what I'm saying, money, you know, sex, whether that's having validation from Instagram likes and all this shit, when you could have just focused on yourself to gain from the things that you went through or that you want to create. You know what I'm saying? You're putting that energy into something that is given. It's not, you're not getting taken from, because most of validation and energy externally is just taking your energy. It's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, life ain't that serious though. You know, we make mistakes, like I said. It's just whether you want to make that mistake again and again and again for eternity, or do I want to change? Because I want to change. And with that is a process of change. It's not, when you change something into something else, there's a process. And it's not a time process. You can do it quick or fast, but it's up to the results. You feel me? The results is what you want to get. If your life is not going your way, or you want it to be a certain way, why would you want the mediocre results? Why don't you want the best results? And you work with that. You know what I'm saying? You work with that in between to get that result. So results, you know, it's meant to be. It's the universe speaking to you and it's giving you what you deserve. It's not about manifestation. It's about being that one of all that's gonna rise above whatever is trying to bring you down. This 90% of the community is trying to bring that vibration down. You know what I'm saying? That 10%, which we're raising a little bit because we're waking up, is going to, you know, use that and push them to get to where they need to go quicker than the average Joe that's taking his time and being a bot. So understand that, you know, you're the God. You're not a bot. No one's a bot. No one was meant to be here to follow the programs of other programs. We're meant to have our own personal program, you know, in all different sizes, there are variations to get there, and we're all trying to see the same results and copies of the programs. When even other people don't even know their own programs. Why would you want validation from something that doesn't even have its own, you know, its details about it and how to get to where they need to go? Follow your own program, make your own program, and live by that, because you're the God. Simple. Fuck that high vibration, low vibrational shit. It's about people tuning in with oneself so that this planet can go back to how it used to be and how it was, how it is, how it's meant to be, not what is. You know what I'm saying? Sage up your house, clean up your house, clean up your take care of yourself, take showers. You know what I'm saying? No gooning. Take control of the mind, the spirit, and physically it will happen. So peace, y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching, and we out. Peace.